So here's the thing, my friend. I actually like Skuva Maguluva, and I actually dig this album cover. But when I started looking at it, I was like, this album cover looks like an AI generated image. If it's not those Google found image you find on those free websites like FreePic and Unsplash. Hoodie hood, your boy Touch the 8 the design pastor, aka your favorite creative art lead, aka your taxi driver's favorite graphic designer. Iloishiseli corner, spit to Skuva Maguluva. Bayebo Baba. With that said, this is one of the most anticipated album drops this year. Incwadi Yezono is Duncan's latest album. It actually drops today, so go check it out. Pause this reaction video right now. We will react on the music, man. Dope music happening there. My favorite song so far, you would know, Sesfiki. But hey, for personal reasons, maybe that's why I'm there. But today we are going to be talking about the album cover, which I have a bittersweet feeling about it. I actually like it, but at the same time, I'm like, maybe we could have done better with it in terms of executing. Very lovely title, very deep title, and I think it also just talks about the social issues of society, man, when it comes to the 4 deadly sins. I actually like it right up here, where actually like summarizing the whole title of Book of Sins, and he focused on 4 sins, which were mainly sins of attitude, sins of actions, sins of neglect, and sins of intent. So yeah, man, I think if you have time, go check out that write-up. I think it was beautifully written, and it just talks to, and I think it also just give the viewers and listeners especially a better understanding onto the album cover itself, which is Incwadi Yezono, loosely translated, the Book of Sins. But also I think the title of the album cover is also inspired by a well-known book, which is Chen Xiwo, which is the Book of Sins. That book was also quite interesting in terms of the album cover, and I think he actually borrowed a page from the book in terms of the album cover of the book. Also kind of resembles the album cover. And why I say that, if you look at the Incwadi Yezono, you will see that it's a side profile skull which just has a cigarette in between the teeth. But if you look at the album cover, Duncan, he has more the same skull, but I think you see it fully on, and it's below it when it's actually seated with Bible, and then you have a few chains, which also could be just talking about how sometimes sin always has us in shackles. We are bound to sin. So I think he's also just, when he talks to the album, maybe within the album he'll explore more of how he actually breaks those chains. But I think it's an interesting title, and also, man, we've seen this type of titles before, the 4 deadly sins, which he also talks about it, I think, on his write-up when he dropped the cover earlier on in the year. Funny enough, the cover actually dropped on the 6th of March, but it actually got attraction now due to the diss track of it, After Tears. And also, I think I really appreciate how he's been moving. I think that was actually a nice segue for him to actually reintroduce the people back into his music, as well as him also dropping the album cover. So I wish him nothing but the best. But in terms of this album cover, we're going to need to talk about the people who worked on it, and it's really unfortunate that the guys who actually work on it are Beko, which also just gives me back the conclusion of Gucci. It could be an AI generated image, like I had said before. Yes, I actually like the typeface. I like how it was treated just above the skull, but after that, there's actually nothing. The image, like I said, you could have found it, and then you just could have gotten someone to actually do the writing. But the title itself is very beautiful, and when I saw the cover at first glance, I also kind of liked it. But when I started to explore it more, I felt more could have been done. Yes, I get the Bible reference, yes, I get the skull reference, yes, I get the chain reference, but I would have loved it not to just look like any other Book of Sins, you know. I would have liked them to do more on it, but yeah, man, Skuva Maguluva, man,